welcome back to Unleash Podcast, episode number 6. It's your girl as usual, Esther, your Nigerian queen.
It's your girl, Christabel, the one and only sweet blackberry.
And it's your girl, Isolde, also known as Izzy.
And today, what are we going to talk about, guys?
Oh, this one's a bit... Can we do a disclaimer first? Because this one's kind of sensitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, please don't take offense to anything that we say because, like our bio says, we are free ladies with unfiltered opinions, okay?
Unleashed.
So, yeah,
Unleashed
these are our opinions. So
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be discussing the age that we're in terms of gender roles being switched. Mm-hmm. So the first topic that we're going to talk about is right now it seems the police have launched 37 sexual identities.
I didn't even know that was possible.
I know.
What?
Good Lord.
37?
It's
Should
too
we list some of
much.
them?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
So we've got genderqueer, androgynous, intersex, bisexual. Obviously, we've got heterosexual, masculine, homosexual.
Oh
There's
my goodness.
So what?
37?
Masculine comes under that?
Well, that's what it seems
Oh
like.
my gosh.
You see how when you
Because
do...
it says identities and genders. Sorry, what were you
It's
saying?
crazy. You see how when you do like a job application, you find them asking genders. Are they
Yeah.
now going to list all these 36 for you to choose from? Like
37.
37.
Correct.
I didn't even know they exist, honestly. That's a lot.
I've heard some of the terms like intersex and stuff like that, but I don't know how to say the words. Is it
Androgynous.
yeah, that one. What's that?
I wish the words were easier to pronounce
Exactly,
because
'cause
they're
I
really
can't
so
even
deep.
say it.
Well, let me see if we can Google some of them. Androgynous, meaning of androgynous.
Androgynous.
So that is someone that is partly male and partly female in appearance of interdeterminate sex. So it's like you look like a man. You're a man and a woman
Okay.
in appearance.
Oh.
So like
Oh,
that's like James Brown. Because he looks like a man and then he'll look like a female.
Yeah, you could class him as. I don't
That
know.
is crazy. But what do you think about all these like gender roles being switched and so many stuff coming out? We've got man goats.
Do you know
man
what? Yeah,
fish.
my thing is it's too confusing.
Yeah.
Like, can we just stick to the basics? Like male, female, homosexual, heterosexual, bisexual, and that's it. Like, I don't want to be like too rude. I don't know how to word it because I feel like anything you say becomes offensive. Like, people take offense to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just stick to the basics. That's my thing.
I would agree with you because it really is confusing to be adding so many subcategories. But then I do kind of understand the people that are in those subcategories want to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
So it's
I was
like
gonna say
if
that,
I was,
yeah.
for example, if there was a struggle that the category being a female was out there, do you understand? I would want that. I would fight for it. I would like, we are females. I want females to be known. I want to be acknowledged as a female. So they might be feeling some type of way this time, thinking, why are we not acknowledged? Do you
Yeah.
understand? So I do feel for them, but at the same time, it's confusing.
Yeah,
It really
It
is confusing.
Yeah,
And then you
go
just
on.
don't want to like disrespect somebody because some people are so stuck on being called the certain subcategory. They don't want to be like called a he or she or
Exactly,
a female.
they or them and stuff like that. So it's like
crazy.
treading on eggshells when you like
Yeah,
talk to
absolutely.
somebody.
Yeah, to be fair, I do think it's confusing for us, but I think we have the privilege to be confused. So I'm not gonna lie, if somebody
What?
so it's like basically imagine you're born in a body and you are like, I'm not a man, I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you're living a confusing life.
Yeah.
But obviously we are lucky enough to know what we are, who we are, do you know what I mean? But some people don't have that privilege. So the way I completely agree with what you're saying, like I think it's actually, as annoying as it is for us, it's quite nice that we're becoming a lot more open-minded and
Yeah.
trying to understand people. Because you got to think, back in the days, homosexuality was basically
that
a
was a
sin.
no-go. Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, everything was just like, no. Like, they had to perform exorcism on you
Yeah.
if you were gay.
Yeah.
But I think now it's good that we are actually gaining more knowledge about the human body, like who we are. Because there's no way to actually describe one person. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
True.
We're so different. So in that sense, I do sort of think I'm grateful that we are getting to that age where we are opened to those things.
So how about for example, changing breastfeeding and giving birth, because you can't say vaginal birth anymore. I think it's lower birth. For breastfeeding, you have to say chest feeding. For me, that is offensive. Like, I can't, to me, it's offensive. I'm very offended. Like,
Chest feeding, you know.
do you know how much pain it is to breastfeed, especially when you're a first-time mother? Like, the chapped nipples and stuff like that. And also, like, going through childbirth, the labor, all of that is painful. I want to celebrate and say, yes, I actually I actually had a vaginal birth, not a lower birth. There's 2 parts down there. There's my vagina and my ass. Do you get what I'm saying?
I agree with that. Yeah.
And then I'm talking to you. Oh, sis, guess what? I stopped chest feeding today. What's that about? I've got breast. I haven't got chest. Why are you taking that privilege from women?
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah. I mean, it links to the next topic where Calvin Klein just launched their new male pregnant man in a campaign. And it literally is what you're saying. Because obviously now men can be pregnant. So that means men can give birth.
But can we...
So is it breast or is it chest? Do you know what I mean? Go on.
Is it what is it? Trans male or is it trans female that can...
I won't even try.
I can't even say.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I can't say. Obviously, we have to get it right.
Yeah.
I think it's just trans people.
Okay.
Right, trans people.
So we're supposed to use the terminology trans people.
Trans people.
Oh. So there's no categories anymore. So trans male, trans female, there's
trans people. So trans people are now giving birth. Does
wow.
that make sense?
But then you're confusing, for example, a child, because in a child's mind, psychologically, it's only females that can give birth or that can get pregnant. So now a child seeing a man, you know, with a big belly, they're going to be like, oh, so me too, I can give birth, a little boy.
That changes the whole script, you know. That means when it comes to education, they need to strip down everything.
And Calvin Klein is a very big company. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I don't want to offend anyone, but
I don't know what to say.
I don't want to be offensive. To be honest, though, I still stand on the idea that if that's how you feel and that's who you think you are, you should be able to live and be acknowledged the way you want to be. So I do hear it. You know, if a man wants to get pregnant and he wants to chest feed, not breastfeed, we should let him, because I mean, but that's how
I'm so sorry. That is not right. That is not right.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't take my privilege of me saying, oh, I breastfed my child, and for me to change it and say, oh, I chest fed my child. Why can't I say that as a woman? I don't understand. Why do we have to change it? That's my thing.
I guess it's a fight of privileges now. Everyone is fighting for their privilege, to be honest, because they would feel a certain way. We as women, or you, for example, standing on your point, you feel that way. Another person who's trans people may feel the same way. Like, why can't my privilege be out there? Like, I want to chest feed, you understand? So it's a fight for privileges.
Okay, let's talk scientifically.
Oh, gosh.
A man's chest, does he have milk ducts?
No.
Okay.
Not that obviously everything can be done artificially now.
So we're feeding our children artificial milk. That's what we're doing.
Oh.
Okay.
But I think if we're gonna have that, when it would talk about nature and science, I think it's different now, because even like some women can't give birth naturally, and it's good that we have these artificial science to help them give birth. So to be honest, I think again we're speaking from privilege. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're speaking because these stuff, we're able to do it freely. Do you know what I mean? Some people wish they could. And I'm not, like, obviously...
So, Esther, are you trying to say to me, a man wants to breastfeed, a man wants to give birth?
Yeah. That's what it seems.
Well, the trans people want
this
to
21st
breastfeed.
century, hi!
And they want to breastfeed and lower birth. That's the trans people. But a straight man would not want that.
Yeah, but then what my point is, seeing that poster on Calvin Klein, a little boy or a little girl is gonna think that's an actual man.
Yeah.
They're not gonna think that's a trans person. So in their mind, they're thinking, oh, men can actually get pregnant, and that's the wrong message or the wrong signal you're sending to that child.
That I stand with.
But I think people always use that excuse of children, we're going to corrupt our children's minds, because I think...
But Esther, we have to be real. A man...
Almost, like, I have to keep going back to homosexuality, because that's history. That's what they said as well. I don't want my kids looking at two men
I don't
kissing.
mind. No, you're taking my point thingy. What's it called? The poster I know is a trans person.
Yeah.
A grown-up will know is a trans person. Yeah, but in a child's mind, they will think that's an actual straight man.
Right.
That's my point. Like, that's what they're going to get from it.
You see, Calvin Klein, I did read a partial part of an article where it said that they did this campaign merely to spotlight the new reality of families nowadays. So I guess it's them just coming out and showing people the new realities. The point that you're saying that it's corrupting a child's mind, is it then now an argument of, do we teach little children that there are trans people out there? Do we, educate them about it, or do we just leave them, whether it's right or wrong?
I feel like they need to be educated about it, because obviously they need to know, like, the difference. Right. Oh, this is a trans person. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah.
So, we need to educate our kids that it's not just man and man anymore. It's man and man, she woman, man,
she man.
There's they, there's them.
There's ours.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, I think, to be fair, my mind, I can't get my head around it.
Yeah.
But I just think it's not fair for me to knock something that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because even talking about black people, like, it was a norm that black people couldn't be around white people. Do you know what I mean? So normality does not make it right. Just because we're used to men and women procreating, it doesn't mean that's the right thing. And I think it's the beauty of understanding that we are complex. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm a bit like, you know what? I'm not going to let my selfish self affect other people and how they feel. Do you know what I mean?
I just feel like we just need to be taught the difference so that there's no confusion.
Right.
That's my thing.
More education.
Yeah.
We
can agree with that. Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess it's going down to this whole feminism. Like, obviously, we like that we can be feminists, even though we spoke about how some women are fake feminists. But it's leading to now men, it is it's considered sexual harassment if you call a man bold. So it's like there's a lot of stuff coming out.
Do you know
the
what?
woodwork.
I feel like people are just using their imperfections as an excuse.
Ooh.
Honestly.
Well, that's kind of deep.
That's what I'm feeling, because how is me saying to you, oh, you're getting a little bit bold, that's a sexual assault? What is that?
To be honest,
I didn't touch you. All I said is, oh, you're getting a little bit bold.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. Before this became a rule, I didn't see any sexual connotation.
Yeah.
But now when I see a bold man, I'll be like, ooh, I want to rub on that head.
Oh, okay.
I feel like now it's kind of made me a bit more like, oh, maybe it is sexual. Maybe I do want to rub on your head and
sexual,
kiss on it.
I feel like it's too shiny for me.
I used to think it like it was attractive. Now I think I like bold men.
Okay, so where's the barrier from like admiring the bald head to it being sexually assaulted or whatever the word is? Where's the barrier?
Honestly,
you rubbing up the man's head.
You know what? I will agree with Christabel, because if it's it's not an imperfection. Let's not say it's an imperfection.
It's not an imperfection.
Yeah. But maybe it's I don't know.
Genetics.
I was gonna say genetics because
it is genetics sometimes.
It is genetics that some people are bald. Do you understand? And just as how human bodies are formed differently and we have different things depending on our genetics. If I'm a short babe, okay, I'm a shorty. I can't say that if someone calls me a short person that it's a sexual assault or start making up. It just seems like it's something that you were born with. it's genetics, and now that you're making it a sexual assault, it's not correlating. It's not making sense for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
not
true.
making sense. You can't say someone, because look, I would describe someone bald as the bald guy, or
Yeah.
do you understand? But I wouldn't say it with a intent as a sexual assault. Like, how do you even make it a sexual assault? How do you make it a
describing word?
Yeah.
You are bold.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, maybe we need to hear from bold men. Maybe
Yeah.
We
some
need a bald man to come on.
He needs to
come
comment
through.
or even come on, because I don't
Yeah.
understand this.
Yeah,
Absolutely, make us understand.
Where did it even come from?
I have no clue.
I think I can imagine a scenario of a bald man with a sexy gal, and then she was turned on. Maybe it was like Calvin from Hollyoaks, because he's bald. I don't know. Have you guys
I don't watch
watched
Hollyoaks. No.
Back in the days, there was this mixed race guy, Calvin, and he
Yeah,
was bald.
oh, yeah.
Maybe it was like that. It was really good looking, and then the woman was like, "Come here, you little baldy."
Oh my god.
He was like,
He
"Oh
got
my
scared.
god, yeah!" Like he felt sexually harassed, and he had to report it.
That is the most.
That's the scenario I'm imagining in my head.
Yeah.
And then it's gone a bit too far, and then it's like, you know what? And then the judge that made the rule was also bold, and it's like, hell no, they're calling you bold.
Listen, you've got to protect his people.
Bald is united.
The bold society.
Imagine we get cancelled for
I know. No, it's banter. Banter.
Yeah, guys, we have to put a disclaimer. It is banter.
Yeah.
Please don't get in your bold feelings.
No, you.
No,
Stop.
you didn't do that.
Stop it.
Oh my god! But
Wow.
is it good that people are able to report things that are making them feel a certain way? Can we flip it and say it's good that people can report how they feel?
It's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, the bold thing is a stretch for me, Esther.
it's a stretch, honestly.
Yeah.
If for me, if they said, oh, being called bold or whatever is a rude term or something, then I would understand, because people do take the mick out of that.
Yeah.
But sexual harassment.
I know.
Wow.
That, to be fair, I'm trying to defend the boldies, but I can't imagine.
Yeah,
like,
I
I need to
can't.
know the context
That's
to
what
how
I'm
this
saying,
was
yeah.
created. I think if it was like, okay, a man got touched, like in his private parts, or
And then his head was getting rubbed at the same time. I don't know. Maybe that could be one.
I'm dead.
oh my
I don't know.
God. I really just don't understand.
Yeah.
This one's baffled me a little bit.
Honestly. On
That's
what
like,
grounds?
what's like the equivalent of a woman? It's like someone says you have long hair.
Yeah, that's a sexual harassment
harassment.
or assault.
Yeah.
It's,
Wow.
make it make sense.
We've got to protect I guess people's feelings.
It's true.
If you feel upset, I'm sorry.
But then maybe, I'm just thinking out of the box, maybe that bold thing is not down to genetics. Maybe it's down to like an illness or something like that.
But then that wouldn't be a sexual harassment. If it was the case that it was an illness, then that would just be discrimination.
No, in terms of
Or
like
just-
someone saying to the person, oh, you look hot with the bald head, but he's ill. I don't know. And he felt that's a sexual harassment.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just trying to think.
All the scenarios that you guys are coming up with are so funny. I can't stop.
I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to see on like the comment section
Yeah.
to see what
Sexual
people have to
harassment
say.
on which grounds?
Yeah,
Wow.
like
I did see some people said the world is just turning really soft. Like
That's what it is.
yeah, because if I do maybe understand on which grounds it's a sexual harassment, I will take that. Do you understand? But without that right now, I can't figure out how it is one.
Yeah.
Despite their feelings. Like you said, if it's an illness, that's something else.
Yeah.
Or but no.
yeah,
Doesn't make sense.
I don't.
Sexual harassment. So you can't even say again, oh, that bald man.
Yeah.
Like that bald old grandfather or
No,
something.
you
You
can't
can't
even say
describe
that.
them. Like, I'm just thinking.
You're done for, honestly.
Sexual harassment, you go to court.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah, I honestly don't understand
But-
it.
I feel like they're kind of taking the P out of sexual harassment now because
as well.
Oh, do you think that's maybe that's what it is? Because they're trying to actually clown women to be like, oh, so you can't even look at you. Well, guess what? If you call me bold. So maybe that's what it is.
I'm just trying to
Girl,
think.
if that is, it has to make sense because I can't make sense of it. I'm really baffled. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
I'm baffled.
Anyways, we can't even figure it out.
We can't figure it out.
We can't figure
We've come up with our own scenarios. It's not making sense.
Yeah, yeah, and the internet's not working, so I can't see people's comments on it.
Okay.
But in general, just the day and age that we're in, are we just too soft?
Do you know what? Yeah, we're too soft.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Caught up in our feelings.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we're walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
Everything we do, everything we say is an offense to people.
True. But the Pisces in me likes that because I don't want you to go upset me. Like, if I'm upset, I'm going to need you to know that I'm upset.
But what's the most you can take?
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess it's knowing where the line is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then I guess my thing is, the way I always see that there needs to be a line is when you start hurting other people. And to be fair, saying being calling someone bald is a sexual harassment. I guess you can hurt someone that way because imagine someone's actually trying to describe your head and then boom, they're in court.
Yeah, but it's not my
And you're
fault
suing
that
them.
you've got that genetic gene in you. It's not my fault. Look at your father. It's not me. That's the only way I can describe you. If there's like 10 black guys in a room and you're the only bald guy, that's how I can make you stand out. Or if I'm talking to my friend, I'll be like, oh, did you see that bald black guy?
Right.
You will know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shh, don't say that. You go to court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But then we can't knock it because that's when men are going to start knocking the stuff that we're fighting for.
I just feel like
But
they
it's
need to...
different though, Esther.
Whichever judge said that to be...
to pull up on him.
You really should they need to be...
Explanation.
I need an explanation firstly, and then they need to make it make sense. Because on what grounds? I would understand like if it was discrimination against someone, but a sexual assault, it takes away so much from what sexual harassment and sexual assault
that's true.
is. It just baffled me. Like, how? Like, yeah.
Doesn't make sense. But...
Everyone, I'm baffled.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the explanation. Oh, it's about hair loss. So it's explaining that the reason this is considered a sexual harassment is because a lot of men are suffering from hair loss. And because it's becoming so prevalent amongst men, they're saying, okay, there's an example. So Tony Finn, a former employee, after he was called a bold cunt at work by a male supervisor, this was just not a nasty insult, according to the all-male panel of judges on the tribunal. The word bold constituted sex-based harassment. The word cunt was fine, though. To be fair, I guess when it's a man calling you bold, like you bod cunt, oh, sorry, the C word, I guess it is like,
so it's just about men, then men to men.
Men to men. So it seems that that was the context of it being considered sexual harassment.
So are we free to call them bald?
Bald men, please let us know. Are women, sexy ladies?
So how about...
Can we call you bald?
How about if another woman was to say to another woman, oh, you ain't got no edges? Like, is that sexual harassment?
We might need to make a case for that girl because women do say that to women.
Yeah, a lot.
But I guess if you said it like, you edgeless cunt, C word.
Yeah.
Then I guess I'm so confused. I understand.
I don't know.
But I mean, I guess the man fought for what he believed in. Yeah. He was not gonna allow it.
And he won.
You know, and he won. Wow. Whatever money
Crazy
they gave
world.
you, we want to know.
Exactly.
But guys, we should conclude.
Yes.
So obviously we've discussed the trans people, the 37
gender roles, different sexual identities, boldness being classed as sexual harassment. in men. And yeah.
So what our last words on this? What do we conclude with, guys?
Ooh, this one's a tricky one because people can get hurt.
This was the most confusing thing to talk about
Yeah.
because first of all the names of the different genders that is there is difficult to pronounce.
Yeah.
There's too many to remember.
Yeah.
It's just, and then the whole bold and I don't know.
Yeah.
Confused.
Yeah. It's
Hashtag
confusing.
confused.
To be fair, I would say I'm confused, but each to their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that makes you happy that nobody can call you bold, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, do your thing in it. And trans people, like, love to the LGBT community. I love that you guys can be yourself. So I will always support it regardless, even if I'm confused. I'm open
Educate
to learning.
us.
Yeah, just
we're
educate us.
open.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So thank you guys
you.
for tuning into episode 6.
Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you press the notification bell.
Bum bum bum.
And yeah, we should see you in the next episode.